let's have the right goal, people. Forget pickup artistry. It's dead. It should have been dead in 2005. Your goal should be to become a man who knows himself, respects himself, treats people well, knows who he is and knows what he wants, and knows specifically what it is he's trying to find in a woman. Only then will you fucking man the fuck up and become the man who you really ought to be. Forget becoming a pickup artist.
Because once you start pumping the buying temperature, it's fun, it's playful, and if you can get this right, you will immediately increase your game potential by about 500%. This is where the game gets easy.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Hey everybody, Mike Doretto here to talk to you about the old school pickup concept of buying temperature. Now, this is a concept that I don't think is very useful, and I'll tell you all about why. But if you're not aware of what the concept is, buying temperature generally refers to a woman's willingness to go home with you, a woman's willingness to sleep with you. Usually, buying temperature is used in reference to a situation where you're out at night with a woman and you're trying to pick her up and you're trying to take her home and you're doing a lot of things to encourage her to want to come home with you. And her receptiveness to this idea is considered to be her buying temperature. So if she has a high buying temperature, it means that you are likely to go home with her that night or very soon. Now, there's a couple issues with this. For one, a lot of people focus on it as if it's a really, really important thing. Oh, we need to make sure that the girl is all flirty and she's high energy and she's, giving us all these signals and all that other kind of stuff, and we need to keep her there. And if God forbid there's a lull in the action, or maybe you have a really long drive home or something like that, then her buying temperature is going to plummet and you're not going to get laid. Well, this is bullshit. I know this is bullshit through personal experience, and I know this is bullshit through just the way that people's minds work. If you are focusing on pumping a person's buying temperature so high that they're sleeping with you basically off the momentum of the fun interaction that you're having, that's all well and good, but it doesn't have to be that way. A true connection, like a true authentic connection, there's time. There's time and there's also the connection maintains regardless of the energy level. So in my example, I live 45 minutes outside the city. I would have to drive into the city, meet a woman, realize that we had a spark between us, and then I'd have to drive her 45 minutes back to my house if I wanted to take her home. So guys would ask me all the time, how do you keep her buying temperature up? How do you keep her warm? How do you keep her whatever? Well, I don't worry about it, because it's not really a thing that you need to worry about if you're doing your job right in the first place. I've had women fall asleep in the car on the way home. I just wake them up when we get back to my house, start talking again, and we still end up in bed together. So we don't need to really focus on this buying temperature thing so much. Now, is it smart to be calibrated to your partner's energy level? Of course it is. We definitely want to be aware if somebody is starting to get tired, if they're starting to get disinterested or bored of the environment or something like that. We want to have a finger on the pulse of that so we can respond appropriately. But that's different than saying something like, oh, her buying temperature is dipping, I better do something crazy to boost it back up again. If that's what you're focused on, focus on something else. Focus on the connection that the two of you guys actually have. Now, I can already hear some of you guys that always like to go out at night and but no, this is required for night game. You need it. Now, I wouldn't even say that either. If somebody has a high buying temperature and she's ready to go home with you and it's nighttime, well, yeah, it'd be silly to put the brakes on that arbitrarily, or to say, you know what, let's cap this for tonight. Let's meet again tomorrow. Unless, of course, you had valid reasons for something like that. But this buying temperature concept, again, if it's fleeting, if you lose the opportunity to have sex with this person because you let her buying temperature drop, well, you didn't really have that person in the first place. That wasn't a real connection. You were getting wrapped up in the momentum. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't need to focus on the concept as its own thing. Instead, focus on having that connection, having that true, authentic compatibility with the person, and discovering that will win out in the end if it's a real connection. All right, guys, well, I hope you like that. I hope it helps you focus on what's important and avoid the stuff that isn't. If you are interested in training with us, click the link below for the application form. And if you like this video, share it with your friends. That's the best thing you can do for us. And in the meantime, get out there and be ballsy. Hey there, Infinite Man fans. Mike Doretto coming at you to let you know I am speaking at the Infinite Man Summit in Lisbon, Portugal, July 13th through the 15th. I'll be giving a talk about ethical non-monogamy, but I'll be sharing the stage with the likes of James Marshall, Sasha Daygame, Ryan Black, and Peter Sage. So come to the event if you want to meet us. I'll be answering questions in between speakers all weekend long. If you want to have dinner with us, sit down, get the VIP treatment, front row, get a digital copy of the event, then click on that VIP ticket and come hang out with us. Once again, that's July 13th through the 15th in Lisbon, Portugal. InfiniteManSummit.com or click the link below. Hope to see you at the event.